Welcome to Brew Day. This is a project that we, the Team 7, is doing as a part of SER 517 Capstone. Brew Day is a web application that allows homebrewers to maintain an organized database of their beer recipes. This application allows us to create, store, and modify recipes and later on delete them if the user wishes to do so. This application is intended for all grain brewers only, and thus all the recipes are of this kind. In this semester, we have analyzed the requirements, completed the design, and the basic front-end prototype as per the sponsor's criteria. In this video, we will be describing our progress that we have made so far in this semester.
Let's start with the requirement specification of this project. We have classified requirements into functional and non-functional requirements. Functional requirements are as follows. A user must be able to view the recipe. A user is a home brewer who can brew with the available ingredients. User must be allowed to edit the brewing recipes. Home brewer have the access to edit the recipes as and when required. He must also be able to access the available ingredients, make modifications to the batch size and equipments needed. When the home brewer logs in, "What should I brew today?" is an option that pops up and suggests a brewing recipe for the day. He must also be able to store the notes pertaining to each brewing recipe. Store brew logs, which helps the brewer to check previous logs and access for future use. Application must be able to keep track of available ingredients. Moving on to non-functional requirements, it includes performance, safety, security, and software quality attributes, which further includes reliability, accessibility, correctness, interoperability, usability, and testability.
Here comes the design part of the project, based on object-oriented programming and business logic given by sponsor. The Brew Day has designed the component of Brew Day. Here is the class diagram. One user only has relationship with beers. One user can make multiple beers based on types and batches, and one batch of beer have multiple recipes if the amount is different. The relationships between equipment and beer and ingredient and beer are multiple to multiple.
Next, we look at the entity relationship diagram for brew day. We have a class brewing equipment, which has various attributes, which is maximum brewing capacity, batch size, beer produced quantity, evaporation rate per hour, and the equipment type. These attributes help the home brewer to analyze the total quantity of produce that the person would be able to make out of it. The brewing equipment is used to make beer. Beer has brew date, which means the user can record multiple brews, and also it has brew notes. Brew notes can be used to save the brewing procedure for that particular beer, so that it can be recorded and reused. Beer consists of ingredients which has the last purchase date, the name of the ingredient, the type, and the balance quantity, so that the user comes to know when to replace the order. And the beer is based on a recipe which has a created date, original gravity, final gravity, a boil time, the international bitterness unit, alcohol by volume. These things are what actually matters to the final outcome of the beer. Recipe makes a percentage use of ingredients, which helps to convert a percentage value into metric quantity, which is a better way of doing better way of storing the ingredient information instead of purely weights. This ER diagram was confirmed with the sponsor multiple times, and it underwent multiple revisions, and we'll be using this in our model.
This is the UI prototype which we have developed. This is our homepage, in which we have included why our website is friendly to homebrewers. Next, we have the about page, in which we have a para explaining what our application is all about. Here we have the team gallery. Next, we have the recipe page. Here we have the recipes of all green beers. Currently, there is only one recipe which is hard coded into the website, and this is a prototype to show how the recipes will be displayed when extracted from the database. This is the login page. Login page consists of why maintaining an account with our website is advantage to a user. Here we also have a link to sign up page. Here in the sign up page, the sign up form needs the first name, last name, email address and password to create an account. Lastly, this is the contact page. Here there is a contact form which the users can use and fill in to contact the administrator.
We have practiced Agile Scrum methodologies in this project. We used Smartsheet as our Scrum board. Our team have bi-weekly Scrum meetings where we discuss software processes and their implementation in the project. Certain team members have industrial experience which they shared with the entire team during the meetings. Let's have a look at the Smartsheet. Here, this is a home page which shows the contents which is present in this document. Let's have a look of one of the weeks and how we have recorded the task. Here, each task is categorized into high priority, medium, and low priority task. First, high priority task will be completed, then the medium and low priority task. Each task is assigned to an individual in the team, and the status of that will be maintained as in progress or completed. The notes and comment section gives a small detailed description of what the task is about. This is how we have maintained our Scrum board.
During the course of the next semester, we will be coding and implementing the backend, integrating the backend with the front end, performing different types of testing, and verifying the final result with our sponsor's requirement. Some of the tools that we are using in the next semester include TestNG, JUnit, SOAP API for testing, REST API for connecting backend and frontend in the Spring Boot environment, Apache Spark for multidimensional execution from the platform independent standpoint to ensure a highly parallel data and logic transfer. So, coming to the conclusion, this was a brief video explaining our progress over this semester. We intend to complete the whole web application as per the sponsor requirement in the following semester and make it available for the users. To have an in-depth look at our web application, please visit our GitHub repository. The link is provided in the final report that is submitted. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you next semester. Happy holidays!